Good morning, everybody. Heading out of Creede. A little bit later than I usually like to get going, but breakfast at the hotel was pretty nice. So, heading up to Salida. I know it said Salida in earlier videos, but it's pronounced Salida. Getting better at the pronunciation, I hope. And as we get into the business district of Creede, we're gonna pass through the Argonath, the Pillars of the Kings, as soon as we get out of town. Pretty cool up there. So we have about, I think, 105 miles to where I'm going to get off and hitch to Salida. There is, I don't know how many miles before it, but another get off point to 50 to go to hitch there. So want to get further down the trail, but it's there if I need it to get out early. We're gonna do 10 miles first today on the alternate to get back to the main route. Climb up about 3,000 feet. We're just shy of 9,000 now, and probably camp. We'll be over 12,000 feet for the first time on the trail. Other people have already been above that because of the San Juans, but it'll be my first time. And then probably camp a little bit further down, maybe 11.6, 11.5 again, where the snow has finally melted, and should be about 20 miles. Keep about that pace for these 5 days. I'll be easily able to get into Salida early and pull another Creede with a efficient resupply. So that's the plan. See how it goes, and we'll go from there. So just finished up a break. Ran into Roadkill just as I was starting to head down, and he's like turning back to Creede. Apparently there's a lot of slushy snow post-holing up to, like, he went up to his chest at one point, which would easily be like up to my armpits. He's a bit taller than me, so we're gonna push ahead, see it for ourselves, go a little bit, see what it's like. If it is not doable, I'm going to turn around. Crispy and Longbird should be in Creede either today or tomorrow. See if I can't meet up with them and maybe do it as a group. Because if I'm out there by myself and I go up to my chest, I don't know if I can, might not be able to dig myself out. But if I've got people with me, then safety in numbers. So we're going to play this by ear, see what happens. So it's 4 o'clock. I got halfway through where, what's his name? Roadkill said he couldn't get through. Let me show you so the trail goes all the way around this bowl and then cuts across and then goes up and over right about there. As you can see, it's a pretty steep fall. It took me 2 hours to get the last 2 miles in. I'm heading back. I can't do this. My heart's in my throat already. So I'm just gonna head back to Creede and figure out what to do from there. Maybe wait for the snow to melt. I don't know. Not a good situation to be in. goodness, I swear, I just started recording a minute ago and like out of nowhere, every car in Del Norte decided to drive by after the road being quiet. So I'm stopped at a park right now. As I was trying to say before, the second, not bowl, I called it a bowl, basin, the second basin that I wasn't able to get through, after I got there and doubled back, ran into the bubble on the way down the trail, and there's like 11 or 12 of us camped together. And so I told them the news, showed them that video, and then some decided to go on, some decided to turn back with me. I went back with the camp walk along crew, and they are ahead of me right now. We all hitched to Del Norte yesterday, and they went out on the trail and got a hitch up to Penitente Canyon, which is where I'm going to try and get a hitch to today to catch up with them. And then we'll all get into Salida together, and we're going to get back on the red line like 30 miles after where we would have gotten on the brown line, so not that much difference. To kind of give you a visual of what happened, think of coming out of the Colorado border, there basically being three paths. The main line is the most westerly route, and it goes through the high San Juans. I tried to cut up through the middle route, which had a little bit of mixture, and got back on the red line the most immediately. That ended up being too soon, so we're sidestepping over to an equivalent part of the easternmost route, and we're going to connect back up to the red line, go to Monarch Pass, and go into Salida from there. So I gotta get some water and get on the road. It's almost 7, so it's still a little early for a hitch, but I'll see what happens. All right, see you guys on the trail. Good morning. Where are we at? I don't remember what campground we're at. Anyway, I was asleep last night about 9 o'clock, well past hiker midnight. Maybe it was 9:30 when you rolled in. We're oh man, we're north of Rio Grande National Forest right now, but look who showed up. Captain Sweatpants rolls in at like 9 o'clock. It's like, Papa Roja, Papa Roja. And I got out of my tent. Where's the pizza boxes? We got pizza. He's got water and drinks and everything. So now we're going to go down, since I've paid my dues for skipping that section of red line that I turned around on. We're going to go find the camp walk along guys and trail magic them and see what they're up to today, because they're probably about 10 miles ahead of us at the moment. And I just want to get to the red line, so see you down the trail. So it was an amazing surprise for me that Captain Sweatpants came through last night. I'll tell you what, I was at a pretty low morale spot at that time, just because, like, having to turn around. Earlier that day I had hiked probably about 10 to 12 miles extra, took the wrong way out of town, got a late hitch, lost a cap for one of my water bottles, just like little stuff adding up. And then all of a sudden, you know, 9:15, 9:30, somewhere in there, to hear your name and have a friend stop by is like the best thing ever. So we hung out all day yesterday, tried to trail magic some hikers, but couldn't find very many. And then camped last night. Now we're on the red line, so see Sweatpants again soon, hopefully. And heading to Monarch Pass, which is not the original place I wanted to go into Salida from, but that's all the food we have to. It's gonna take us 2 days. We got 2 days worth of food, so can't go any further than that. Everyone else is getting off there anyway, so should be good. Be 44 miles from where we started today, and we're about at the top of the climb, so it should be a little putty but smooth sailing for the rest of the way. I will see you guys down the trail at 12,000 feet. This is so amazing. Catching your breath is not the same up here as it is down anywhere else. Man, every time I turn a corner, there's just something more pretty than what I saw the last corner. This is why I was so, what's the word? Discouraged, frustrated that I wasn't able to stay in the red line earlier. It's just so much more pretty up here than all the road walks. Oh. Beautiful. Snow just overhanging as it melts. And then you can kind of see the trail is right next to these trees. So it'll cut up, and then there's a path cut from people that have already been up there to get around the snow. Because that's dangerous to walk on. But that's not the way we want to go anyway, so. There is Monarch Pass. We're about, I don't know, a mile and a half away. So that'll bring us to the end of this weird and wild section. End of the day. And a little bit of rest in Salida tomorrow, or Salida tomorrow. Really happy with the views that I got today. Kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to get up onto the red line quicker and get more days of those views, but that wasn't something that I was going to be able to do. Luckily, I've got Captain Sweatpants to pull me out of the glumps, and he surprised me. And then we got some pretty epic hiking the last couple days. So with that, we're at like 12,000 feet right now. I think we will call it a day. Thank you all for coming along on the hike, and up in the next episode is Monarch Pass to, I think, Twin Lakes, and we'll be in the Collegiate Mountains. So bye-bye San Juans. I think we were saying goodbye before we even got to them. Anyway, see you guys down the trail.